Hello, everyone. This is Gilgamesh. And today we're going to be reading from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16. And it says, Vatomer Ruth, al tifka'i vi la'azvik lashuv ma'acharaik, ki el asher telki elek, uva asher talini alin, amek ami, ve'elohaich Elohai. And so roughly translated, that is, and she said, Ruth being the subject, and Ruth said, do not ask of me to abandon you, to turn back from following after you. For to which you will go, I will go. And with which you will camp the night, I will camp the night. Your people are my people, and your God is my God. So looking at this individually, one of the things that's really nice about Ruth is it's fairly simple Hebrew, and it has a lot of feminine forms in it. And so we're getting to see a lot of feminine forms here. This first thing here, vatomer, it's the exact same form for an imperfect second person masculine as it is for an imperfect third person feminine. So this could be either, and you said, speaking to a man, or it could be, and she said, speaking of a woman. The way you tell is from context. And here it's quite easy because the context is given to us as in the next word, which is our subject of Ruth. So Ruth said, so she said. So this is a third person feminine singular, and Ruth said. And then we have our negation here, al. Al is an interesting thing. We have at least three major negations in Hebrew, al, lo, and bilti. The most common is lo by far, and the second most common is al. Now, what's the difference between them? It's hard to say, and it's hard to say that it's very consistent. You can see in the dictionary here, it's an emphatic negation that sometimes appears without a verb, a solid no, although lo can do the same thing. It also can be used with a jussive or a cohortative, which is common. Really, it seems to be in certain situations, they tend to pick al over lo, such as when they say, fear not. It's always with al. And so here, al tifga'i, this word here from paga, this word means to meet someone, to encounter someone, to light upon a place or bump into. So that's the basic meaning here, but it's not what it means here. Definition 2 here is to fall upon someone, used with the bet preposition with the intent of killing them. Well, that doesn't fit our context. To confront someone, to assault someone. The example here is a bear confronts him, meaning to go slay someone in Exodus 5:3 with plague and sword, or also to molest a woman, which actually does show up in Ruth in our next chapter. But definition 3 here is what we're looking at here, to go pleading to someone, to press someone when used with the bet preposition, and that is what our Ruth 1:16 here, it's used sometimes with a bet, sometimes with the lamed preposition, to plead with someone on behalf of someone else. So we see it here used with the bet preposition along with the pronominal first person suffix here. So this is with me. So here we have another feminine form. This is an imperfect feminine singular, and we note this by the tav on the beginning and the yod at the end. Not a form we see very often. If it didn't have the yod on the end here, we would think it was the masculine form, and it'd be very much like this form up here. So this is the feminine singular imperfect second person. So this is do not you ask of me, is what we're saying this phrase is here. Al tifge'i vi. La'azvek, another feminine pronoun here at the end. So azav here is to abandon, to leave behind, to often talking about abandoning a item or a good, but in this case, abandoning her mother-in-law. So do not ask of me to abandon you, with the you here, direct object, being a feminine. So we have k rather than ka. We have the schwa rather than a kametz. To abandon you, to turn back, lashuv. Shuv means to turn or return. It can also mean to repent. But yeah, to turn back, ma'acharaik, again, a feminine ending here, to turn back from after you. So achar means after or behind, and then we have the same feminine ending here. So from after you, meaning from following you. For, because So this word key here, el, this is our preposition to or towards, asher. So whatever you are going towards, to whichever. And then here we have, again, the feminine second person singular with the tav at the beginning and the yod at the end. This is from our verb halak, one of our most common words. The hey frequently falls out. And so which you are going or you are walking. So for wherever you are walking, elek, I walk. So here we have the first person imperfect of the same verb. So wherever you walk, I walk. Uva asher, and in which, so here we had el asher, here we have va asher, uva asher, talini. Now, lean is a nice verb here. It specifically means to spend the night and to have a campsite, a place where you can spend the night. So wherever you are spending the night, I will spend the night. So same format here, very poetic, giving the second person followed by the first person, same thing here. And then we have another bit of parallelism. I should note that this whole thing here is a bit of parallelism. And so we have another bit of parallelism here. Your people, again, the feminine ending here, amek, ami. Your people are my people. And then the Elohaik, we see a lot the masculine spelling of this, Eloheika, but here this is the feminine spelling of your God being feminine, Elohaik. The Elohaik, Elohai. So, and your God is my God. And that's our verse. There's actually nothing to look up in the apparatus. Even the Masorah on this verse was not terribly interesting. I pointed out that the word here, amech, only shows up 5 times. I believe it's including the feminine pronoun ending on it. So this is kind of a rare formation, as are a lot of femininities. If you are interested in some easy Hebrew reading, Ruth is a great book to read in, and particularly it will expose you to a lot of feminine structures that don't show up that frequently in the Hebrew Bible, but are quite frequent in the book of Ruth. So it's a great learning exercise that way. And tell me in the comments, would you like to see more from the book of Ruth? And if this information is useful to you, please like, subscribe, and join us over on Discord. And I'll see you in the next one.